Hello, my lovelies. How are y'all doing today? My name's Luther Stableman, and welcome to What I See When I Record. We won't be staying on this for very long, but I kind of wanted to apologize for the lighting before we did anything and got into the video. It is dark. I am recording three videos today because I'm going to be incredibly busy. This is video number 3, so it's obviously the darkest one. But you guys want to see something cool? Watch my faces. Watch this little Inception camera here. It just goes down the line. The things that amuse me. And while we're on the topic of things that amuse me, our video today, now that I can see my camera, I don't have to look at how ugly my fucking face is in this stupid light. Let me adjust where I am here. There we go. God, this looks weird. It's like there's a delay for each one. Oh, I am way too easily amused. Anyway, we're gonna get off of this. You guys are gonna get to see my desktop background, cause yay. I like Vikings. What can I say? I play God of War. There's Tyr. No surprise. So today we're gonna be doing something a little different. I have no idea how long this is going to take, but we're going to be taking a personality test because apparently everybody I know knows I'm INFP, I'm INTP. I don't even know what these things fucking are, so this is where they told me to go, so this is what we're going to do today. You're going to figure shit out about me. I'm going to try not to logic this out too much, but I do kind of understand how this works. I did read up on this ahead of time, but I'm just going to go ahead and go straight into the test. It says it takes less than 12 minutes. Answer honestly, even if you don't like the answer. I like myself most days. We're not going there. Try not to leave neutral answers. Okay, we can do that. You find it difficult to introduce yourself to other people. I agree. I mean, I can at work, but at work I force myself to do a lot of things I'm not comfortable with. Like, talk. Deal with assholes on a regular fucking basis. Retail, man. You often get so lost in your thoughts that you ignore or forget your surroundings. Yes, this does happen a lot. I actually once accidentally caused someone physical harm with that because I got wrapped up in my game, right? I'm just playing, and I finally beat the thing, and I'm like, yes! I didn't know Steffi was behind me, so my hand just goes right at her face. And I felt so bad. I mean, it's funny now, but I'm like, oh my god, are you okay? I'm so fucking sorry. I mean, it's funny looking back, but at the time, she was laughing, but I wasn't. You try to respond to your emails as soon as possible and cannot stand a messy inbox. Lately, yes, because of my YouTube channel. But I'm going to disagree with that one because for the most part I only really respond to the important ones, and there's a lot of clutter in my inbox. I am not an organized person inside my computer. I'm going to try and stay back so I'm not too bright. I can't see how bright I am, so I'm going to try and make it easy on you guys. You find it easy to stay relaxed even when there is some pressure. Well, my game videos would disagree with that, but when I'm at work, like when it's a high-intensity situation, like, I allow myself to kind of rage on my channel, but that's not who I am outside. Like, I have a better handle on that in real life. It's taken me a long time to not fly off the handle like I did in that, one Pyre and one Tyr video, but I'm normally not like that. I'm not going to strongly agree. I'm going to only very, very slightly agree, or I'm going to very slightly agree with that. You do not usually initiate conversation. Fuck no. Fuck conversation, because that means I have to deal with people. And Corey Taylor said it best. People equal shit, alright? Especially working retail, you see all kinds of shit. Which means to see all kinds of people, by the way. You rarely do something just out of sheer curiosity. I mean, yes and no. Like, I'll weigh the options, but I'm going to disagree because I am a very curious person naturally. I mean, I'm doing this, aren't I? You feel superior to other people. No. No. No, no, no. I'm using the touchpad, by the way, so if the screen shakes, that's why. I do not feel superior to anybody. I'm a piece of shit. I just said that. I'm a people, man. Just because they're shit, it doesn't mean I'm not shit. Plus, I have 2 kinds of depression and anxiety, so, I mean... I'm not going to strongly disagree. I'm playing that up for laughs, but I don't... I'm going to strongly disagree, but for a different reason. Like, I don't feel like anyone is inherently superior to anyone else. Like, at all. That's not me. Especially not me. I'm a piece of dirt. Being organized is more important than being adaptable. No, I just said how unorganized I was. But I do just fine at work. You're usually highly motivated and energetic. That really, really depends on the day. I keep talking about my 2 kinds of depression. But I have... One of them is manic depression, also known as bipolar. What that means... It doesn't mean I just get angry easily. Again, we talked about my prior video. But what it means is I can snap between high and low. And when I'm in my highs, I am the nicest, happiest, most energetic motherfucker you will ever see. But that's not the normal, so I'm going to go ahead and disagree with that. I am mostly motivated when my depression lets me be, which is usually the case. When a debate matters, or winning a debate matters less than making sure no one gets upset. See, this is one of those times I'm going to sound like an asshole. But while I'm not going to go out there... I'm going to disagree. I'm not going to go out there and go out of my way to make you upset. But in a debate... not an argument. It specifically says debate, so that's what I'm going with. I understand the difference between a debate and an argument. But in a debate, you go in there knowing your feelings are going to get hurt. You go in there knowing the person has opinions opposite to yours. That's the point of a debate. It's how we learn intellectually. It's how we expand intellectually. And I was in debate club for like 3 years in high school. I know how to fucking debate. But at the same time, if you don't have your facts straight, and someone decides they want to call you and want to call you out for that, and you get upset because you feel like they're calling you an idiot, even if they're not, they're just calling out your lack of facts. That's what we're getting at here. Like, winning the debate, like, being factually correct in a debate is what will win you the debate. And being factually correct in a debate matters more than your personal feelings within the debate. Specifically that setting. But again, I'm not the type to say just be an asshole. Okay? As much of an asshole as I am. Like, I respect people. I respect their feelings. I'm a very intense guy myself when I want to be. But at the same time, I don't really let myself be upset because someone else disagrees with me. Just because I'm wrong about something. I mean, a lot of people are going to get upset, but that's just how they are. That's just how people are. So don't let that get to you. I rambled on that a lot longer than I meant to. This is supposed to be a quick video. You often feel like you have to justify yourself to other people. I think I just did. Your home and work environments are quite tidy. No. They're clean enough for a baby, but I need to clean this shit. This is the area the baby don't go, and it is a fucking mess. I mean, I like a tidy work environment. I enjoy a tidy environment. I just don't have one. I'll have to show you guys my room, my recording room sometime. Past this German blanket I call a backdrop. Next. You do not mind being the center of attention. I don't mind it, but I'd rather avoid it. Says the man with his face on the internet. This is different, though. I assume this is talking about, like, a social event. Like, if we're at a party or something, I'm the guy in the corner. I'm in the corner now while recording this. See? Wall, wall, not wall. I'm the guy who's more comfortable reading a book at a party than actually talking to real people. You consider yourself more practical than creative. I consider myself equally practical and creative. I mean, I'm an author. I need to work on being more animated in this and, you know, coming up with quips faster on camera. But when I'm not on camera, I think I'm a lot faster than when I am on camera. Like, I go back and I rewatch my videos and I come up with quips right on the spot. But when I'm on camera and when I'm at work, it's just quip, 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 quip. People want me to shut the fuck up. But at the same time, I'm a very practical person. I wasn't growing up. I'm going to leave that one neutral. I honestly don't know where to answer that. People can rarely upset you. Oh, they upset me, all right. I just rarely act on it. Your travel plans are usually well thought out. No! I'm along for the ride half the time. Like, every time we go back to California, if I have to drive, I am right behind whoever's in front of me. I am not the lead car. Because I do not want that responsibility, because I don't know where the fuck I'm going. I can barely get around my own hometown. I have the directional skills of this thing. This thing has more directional capacity than I do. And it just goes where I throw it. It's a fucking rock. Why do I have a rock in here? It's often difficult to use relate for other people's feelings. No, I can relate pretty fine, I think. Your mood can change very quickly. Yes, I am bipolar. I talked about that. Like, I am the exact definition of bipolar, not the... Again, it doesn't mean I can just snap and be angry. No, that's a negative stigma. I hate that about... I hate that people think that about me. I might do a video on that later, but not right now. In a discussion, truth should be more important than people's sensitivities. Again, I'm going to seem like an asshole here. I'm honest to a fault. Like... I feel like if someone's asking you something, they want the honest opinion. Even if it's something they're sensitive about. Actually, especially if it's something they're sensitive about. Like, my female coworkers that I'm close with, they physically told me, tell me if my makeup is bad. Because they know I will. Because they'd rather me tell them than be embarrassed. And that's my mindset right here. So I'm going to agree with that. Not strongly, because there are times where, I mean, like, sometimes the truth isn't the best option. A lot of people would cite the, does this dress make me look fat question. I'd be honest. Does this dress make me look fat? Yes, but you're beautiful anyway. It does not matter about your weight. That's my answer. It really doesn't matter about your weight, but that's beside the point. But, like... If someone's dog just died, and they want me to comfort them, I'm not going to tell them I hated their dog because he was an aggressive piece of shit, if that's the case. I'm going to comfort them because I've lost a dog. I know what that feels like. It is one of the most painful things I've ever had to deal with. That was the one time in my entire adult life that I actually cried in public. Like, I didn't even make it out of the building. Like, We're not going to talk about that. That's its own thing. Moving on. You rarely worry about how your actions affect people. No. I am very aware that my actions have consequences on more than just me. How long is this fucking video? Let me go on the OBS and find out. 14 minutes already. This is already longer than I thought it would be. Your work style is close to random spikes of energy than a methodical and organized approach. Yes! You guys are witnessing that right now. You are often envious of others. I'll admit, I can be a bit jealous, but I don't really act upon it. An interesting book or video game is often better than a social event. Yes! Take me away from this party! Give me Stephen King! Give me something that I can just sit and absorb in my brain hole. People exhaust the hell out of me. Which is a rather introverted trait, I know, so I'm probably going to get the I in this. I do know that much. I can tell you right now, I'm going to get the I. I am an introverted as fuck. But I still have some very close friends, ironically. Being able to develop a plan and stick to it is the most important part of every project. I can see why people would think that, but I like to be adaptable. So I'm going to disagree with that. Because if the plan doesn't go according to plan, sticking to it is going to kill the plan even more than has already been fucked over. You rarely get carried away with fantasies like, I'm an author, bitch. I have a writers group that I head every Monday. It's going to be at my house this week, in fact. You often find yourself lost in thought when you are walking in nature. Hell yeah. Haven't had a nature walk in a while. I think I might go do that sometime soon. Get out of the house on my day off or something. Why not, right? If someone does not respond to your email quickly, you start worrying if you said something wrong. No, it's an email. They're busy. I get this. I'm trying not to think about these too much. Make sense? As a parent, you would rather your child grow to be kind than smart. I'm going to agree with that. Not strongly, because I want them to be smart. Don't get me wrong. I want Alex to be smart. But I don't want her to grow up to be smart and a bitch. I would much rather her be kind and nurturing and someone people want to be around. I want her to grow up with friends. I want her to grow up... I mean, your grades don't fucking matter. I spent 18 years chasing them grades, and they ain't done dick for me in my entire adult life. I even went to college and withdrew before my debts got too big because I was failing. Well, wasn't really failing, I just wasn't really interested. Which is why I was failing. But I mean, smarts are good, but grades, like, I remember I spent so much time. I mean, if she's smart, she's smart. I can't help that. I can encourage that as much as I want. I will make her... Not make her. I will encourage her mental development as much as I physically can as her father. I promise you that. But I will not have her grow up to be a bully. Alright? I grew up with bullies. I was the bullied kid. Her mother was the bullied kid. In fact, that's how we met. I beat up some bullies. There's a much bigger story behind that, but we'll leave that alone for now. But I will not have my daughter grow up to be the person who tormented me and her mother. If I ever find out that she is being a bully, I will bully her back to show her what it feels like, because that... I was suicidal in high school because of my bullies. Not just because of my bullies, but they were a large factor in that. And I will not have her force that perspective on someone else. I refuse. So she can be smart. But if she is going to be smart, she will be smart and kind. You do not let other people influence your actions. I kind of have to. I work in a fucking retail environment. Neutral. Because in my home life, well, I kind of have to, so... One way or the other. I'm gonna have to agree with that. I don't really have much choice. You have to adapt in life. If you don't let other people influence your actions, you're alone. You're sad. Keep your individuality, but not to the point that you just don't care about people and how you affect them. When you sleep, your 10 stream to be... I don't sleep. I really fucking don't sleep. But when I do dream, they are not realistic. My latest dream that I remember was 2 years ago. I sleep that little, guys. I dreamt her cat, Axel, had grown 2 tails, and that I needed to go back to my old Boy Scout training and fuse his tails together like a rope with a lighter. And it worked. But then his tail got pregnant with my cat. Also, we were in a place I had never fucking seen before, so not even real world places. I have no idea what the fuck that dream was trying to tell me. It does not take much time for you to get started, or for you to get involved in social activities at your new workplace. See, it took me about 1.5 years to start talking to people. I mean, now I can talk to the new guys because I'm the guy who trains them. I'm better at talking to people now. But if I were to find a new job that wasn't YouTube, that wasn't, I don't get paid for this. This isn't a job. That wasn't my store, I wouldn't really be able to talk to people. I'd go, okay, what's this guy like? What's this guy doing? No. He's on his phone. He looks boring. I don't think we'll get along. And I just sit there for hours. Well, metaphorically speaking. I'm obviously not doing that physically. You're more of a natural improviser than a careful planner. Yes! Your emotions control you more than you control them. Again, this depends on the day. I am generally in more control, so very lightly agree. I'm not in as much control as I would like to be in. Like, I'm not violent. I used to be, but I'm not violent anymore. So, like, I can control my rage. I can force myself to get out of bed every single morning, even the ones I really fucking don't want to get out of bed or do a goddamn thing. So yeah, I'd say I'm in better control than a little. You enjoy going to social events that involve dress-up or role-play activities, like Halloween? Yeah, I'm actually going to a social event tomorrow, actually. My boss is moving. One of the bosses I actually enjoy being around. I'm going to miss her. I remember when she came to the store, she was new hire. I watched her go from under me in the chain of command to above me in the chain of command, because I don't want to step up any higher than I already am. I stepped down for a reason, guys. You often spend time exploring unrealistic and impractical, yet intriguing ideas. I am a fantasy author. You'd rather improvise than spend time coming up with a detailed plan. That's how I play every single video game. I'm sorry. You are a relatively reserved and quiet person. It might not seem like it on my channel, but it takes a lot for me to do this. I mean, it really does. When I'm comfortable, when I'm around people, when I'm around the people that I know, that I'm comfortable with, I am energetic as fuck. I am loud as fuck. And I'm working on having that show more on my channel, because I am naturally a quiet person, but when I get around people that I can feed off of, then I'm more animated. So I'm going to mildly agree with being reserved and quiet. If you had a business, you would find it very difficult to fire loyal but underperforming employees. I would, actually, with all the times I sound like an asshole. Loyalty is a very, very important asset. Alright, they can be underperforming, and that can be fixed. You can work with them on that. It's not that I'm going to let them push me around. It's not that I'm going to be stepped over as a boss. Right? The only reason I'm not a manager is because I don't want the responsibility. I'm a father. I don't want to be responsible for an entire group of people, though. I run a writers group. But anyway, I've shown in that writers group that I am the disciplinarian in that group. So I can dole out punishments. And I have kicked people out of group in the past. I don't want to talk too much about group, though, because we have a rule about that in group. What happens in group stays in group, so I'm very generalized in what I can say. But people have left group because of me, because I've made them, because they don't like me. We have had people do that. But I don't make it personal. Like, I'm capable, like, I would think I would be capable of firing somebody, but I would much rather work with the problems, much like I did with Steffi, because we had a lot of problems at the start of our relationship. A lot of problems. Like, statistically, she and I should have broken up years and years and years ago. But because I demanded that we fix the problems instead of walking away from one another, most of our problems, 99.99% of our problems have been fixed. So I'm going to say yes, I would find it difficult to fire a loyal but underperforming employee without first trying to fix the problem. You often contemplate the reasons for human existence. I don't want to know the reasons for human existence. That is beyond my depth. Logic is usually more important than heart when it comes to making important decisions. Oh, they're about even. Oh. Okay, so, logically speaking, if I had only applied logic when it came to the decision to buy this house, I would not have this house. Yes, it makes sense from a logistical standpoint that I needed to get out of where I was. Rent was about to go through the fucking roof to the point that I couldn't afford it. We can afford the payments on this house. There was a lot of... Like, I got lucky with this place, though. Like, I did not... I don't make enough to buy this house. This house is a complicated mess. Just know that much. You can tell my voice is getting tired. It's 8:51. Oh my god, I gotta open in the morning. I need to wrap this up. But I can barely afford this house. Like, we're paycheck to paycheck, which we were doing anyway, but we were more flexible in the apartment we were in. But we had decided to apply the logic that we needed to get out. Plus it was a studio. It was crowded with 2 people, and then Alex came along. We needed to get out one way or the other, so... Logic was important in that decision as well, but heart was also the major thing. We wanted a better place for Alex. We weren't thinking about for us at all, other than we wanted to get out of there. We weren't thinking about, this is going to be a hard run. There's a lot of stuff wrong with this place. It's going to be difficult. We weren't thinking about that stuff. We were thinking with logic and heart. But mostly in this case, we were thinking about heart. So I'm going to go ahead and disagree with that, because I would not have a home if I followed that. Keeping your options open is more important than having a to-do list. I'm unorganized as fuck. I need a to-do list, otherwise I'm going to forget things. But I do like to keep my options open, so I'm going to slightly agree. I'm trying to speed this up, so I'm trying not to logic this out too much. If your friend is sad about something, you're more likely to offer emotional support than suggest a way to deal with the problem. No, I'm gonna fucking fix that problem. You come to me with a problem, I fix it. You rarely feel insecure. No. I just don't like to display that. So you guys are learning stuff about me here. You have no difficulties coming up with a personal timetable and sticking to it. No. If I could stick to it, I wouldn't be recording at 9 p.m. I'd be getting ready for bed right now. Being right is more important than being cooperative when it comes to teamwork. It's in the question right there. Teamwork. Being right means you're not a part of the team. Cooperative is the definition of teamwork. Do you think that everyone's views should be respected regardless of whether they're supported by facts or not? Respected? No. For me, this comes down to a bit of religious debate. I am not a religious person, just so you guys know. I respect people's right to their opinion. I respect their views, but I don't respect what they, like... I respect that they have these views. And I will fight for their right to have whatever views they want. But that doesn't mean I respect the viewpoint itself. For example, there's an entire group of people out there, we call them white supremacists. I do not respect their view. Their views are not supported by facts. Alright? They are a case in point that you do not have to respect someone's viewpoint. Okay? You feel more energetic after spending time with a group of people. Fuck no, I do not. You frequently misplace your things? Yes. You see yourself as very emotionally stable. Not very. Stable? Yes. Very? No. Your mind is always buzzing without... Yes. I don't even have to finish the question. You would not call yourself a dreamer? No. And now I got that Ozzy song in my head. I'm just a dreamer. I dream my life away. I can't sing, especially with a throat like this. I am sorry. I apologize to your ear holes. I'm sorry, ear holes. You usually find it difficult to relax when talking in front of many people. Nah, I can talk just fine. I just don't like it. Generally speaking, you rely more on your experience than your imagination. I kind of even out there. You worry too much about what other people think. I do. I'm not happy about it, but I do. In the room, or if the room is full, you stay close to the walls, avoiding the center. We already had that discussion. You have a tendency to procrastinate until there is not time to do everything. That's why we're here at 9 p.m. I do get everything done, though. So not until there is not enough time, but until the last second that everything can still be done. Which is also a story in how we got this house. But then that was a very time-constrained situation anyway. We did that all in the course of a month and a half? Which is very fast for houses. You feel very anxious in stressful situations. No, I feel anxious when there's no stress. Stress distracts me from my anxiety. You believe that it is more rewarding to be liked by others than to be powerful. Yes. Yes, I have lived a very rewarding life, but I have no fucking control over it. You have always been interested in unconventional and ambiguous things. Books, movies, art. Hell yeah. I don't want to be fucking bored all day. You take the initiative in social situations. If I must. I don't enjoy it, but I can and I do it. Results. Let's see what I am here. INFPT. What am I? A mediator. That sounds like me. No one can stop you from dreaming. I am 68% introverted. 74% intuitive. 57% feeling. Oh, feeling and thinking. Those are very close. That's less than 10% difference there. 93% prospecting. Where's my pickaxe, bitch? That means that I don't make snap decisions, right? And I am more turbulent than assertive. I can be assertive. I just don't like it. What does that mean? Oh, God. I don't want to read this much on camera. Alright, we're going to read basics and shit. Introduction, strengths and weaknesses, friendship. We're going to read the first two. Being a part of the diplomat role group, mediators are guided by principle rather than by logic, excitement, or practicality. When deciding how to move forward, they will look to honor, beauty, morality, and virtue. This is very true with me. Oh, and I'm skipping shit, aren't I? Yes, I am. Alright, mediator personalities are true idealists, always looking for the hint of good, even in the worst of people. This is true. I let people get away with more than they really should, because I have hope for them. Especially at work. Searching for ways to make things better. I am kind of an optimist. Check it off, it's getting hot in here. My heater's on. While they may be perceived as calm, reserved, or even shy, mediators have an inner flame and passion that can truly shine. Comprising of just 4% of the population, I'm special! The risk of feeling misunderstood is unfortunately high for the mediator personality type. This is very true. It's like hitting the nail right on the head. Like, nail, hammer, 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 hammer. Hammer down! My Reinhardt is way off because my throat is fucked up. But when they find like-minded people to spend time with, the harmony they feel will be like a fountain of joy and inspiration. That goes back to what I was saying about feeding off of people and becoming more exuberant. That's the word I was looking for. I couldn't think of it at the time. Alright, being a part of the diplomat role group. I'm sorry, I know. Just bear with me, please. Please, please, please. We're learning about me. I'm learning about me. Mediators are guided by principles rather than by logic. This is true with me. Rather than by logic, excitement, or practicality. When deciding how to move forward, they look to honor, beauty, morality, and virtue. This is true with me. Mediators are led by the purity of their intent, not reward and punishment. Again, if I was motivated by reward, I'd be a fucking manager by now. But then I'd also be way out wherever they send me, which might not be my store. I don't know where I'd be if I was motivated by reward, but I like where I am now. People who share the mediator personality type are proud of this quality. I was just bragging about it. And rightly so, but not everyone understands the drive behind these feelings, and it can lead to isolation. We know what we are, but not what we may be. At their best, these qualities enable mediators. I'm not going to read all of this, by the way, just the pits. I'm going to... I'll figure out what I want to read. I don't want this video to take too long, though. How long is this? 36 minutes. Okay, I should probably wrap this shit up. At their best, these... read quickly. At their best, these qualities enable mediators to communicate deeply with others, easily speaking in metaphors and parables. And understanding and creating symbols to share their ideas. Fantasy worlds in particular fascinate mediators more than any other personality type. I am a fantasy author! Throwing that out there. The strength of their visionary communication style lends itself to creative works. And it comes as no surprise that many famous mediators are poets, writers, and actors. Oh god, it is just hitting that nail on the head there. Understanding themselves and their place in this world is important to mediators, and they explore these ideas by projecting themselves into their work. Mediators' ability with language doesn't stop with their native tongue either. As with most people who share the diplomat personality type, they're considered gifted when it comes to learning a second or third language. This is true. I am actually learning other languages. I don't speak them on the channel, but I'm good with French. My German could use some work. My Spanish could definitely use some work. I never really cared much for Spanish until after I met Steffi, and she doesn't really speak Spanish. Actually, it's more the fact that I want Alex to know all of her culture's languages. I feel like that's important for someone to know, which is why I'm learning all these other languages. I'm going back to all these multiple cultures in my bloodline and learning their languages, starting with French because that's what I learned in high school, and I just dropped off the map from there. Their gift of communication also lends itself well to the mediator's desire for harmony, a recurring theme with diplomats, and helps them to move forward as they find their calling. Listen to many people, but talk to few. That's me. I observe a lot more than I let on. Unlike their extroverted cousins, though, mediators will focus their attention on just a few people, a single worthy cause. Spread too thinly, they run out of energy. This is true. I am not the endless font I seem to be, and even become dejected and overwhelmed by all the bad in the world that they can't fix. This is a sad sight for mediators' friends, who will come to depend on their rosy outlook. If they're not careful, mediators can lose themselves in their quest for good and neglect their day-to-day upkeep that life demands. This is very true for me. Withdrawing into hermit mode, and it can take a great deal of energy from their friends or partner to bring them back to the real world. Oh god, it can take days. Luckily, like flowers in spring, mediators' affection, creativity, altruism, and idealism will always come back, rewarding them and those they love. Perhaps not with logic and utility, but with a world view that inspires compassion, kindness, and beauty wherever they go. That is what I try to do, generally. I mean, even with this channel, that's what I'm trying to do. Mediators you may know. William Shakespeare, Tolkien, I don't know who Bjork is, and Johnny Depp. Anyone else? Julia Roberts. Okay, I at least know who you are. Oh, God, my throat is dry. The can's a lie. Strengths and weaknesses, I don't need to know that. But yeah, that. We'll wrap that up here, actually. That's hitting the nail right on the fucking head. Ugh. So, I am, what was that again? INFPT. INFP. I'm an imp! INFP. Diplomat and constant improvement. I do strive for improvement a lot. Anyway, we're going to leave this here. I'm going to go ahead and close this. Go back to my Viking wallpaper. Actually, you know what we're going to do? I'm going to go back here. I'm going to grow my head. I'm going to use the mouse for this. I don't know if that'll show up on you guys' screen or not. Click on my face. Grow my face. I think you guys are still seeing the framework here, so let me actually, No, the camera's maxed. Okay, I honestly don't know if you guys can see the framework to this or not. Let me actually test that. I have absolutely... Oh, God. I have absolutely no idea if you guys can see just my face or if there's some framework around and you guys can see my display and everything or not. I'll find out when I watch this. Whatever that is. But anyway, yeah, that really did hit the nail right on the head for me. I like books, I like music, I like all that creative shit. I like dragons. I like a good story, so, you know, hence Kratos being here. I love me some God of War. It's essentially the ultimate nerd, the ultimate kind nerd, is what the INFP feels like to me. Like, we want the world to be happy, and we do so through being happy and loving what we love and just being generally nerdy good people. My throat is gonna kill me. Ah! I didn't really touch on the fact that I can kind of ball up, though. I didn't really go into the weaknesses, but I didn't really get that far into it. I don't want to expose myself too much to you guys, alright? There's rules and regulations for YouTube, alright? I already took my jacket off. Calm down, alright? Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. If you liked it, leave a like and comment down below. And as always, thank you for watching. And until next time, stay beautiful. Bye-bye.